Good evening. We begin tonight with the new fallout after the dramatic collapse of the Assad regime in Syria, with the rebel groups that forced out the country's dictator capturing the capital of Damascus, setting off celebrations across the country today. You heard it there. You can see it here. Statues toppling, people jumping on top of them. Elsewhere, rebels appearing to release prisoners from their cells. The country's now former leader, Bashar al-Assad, believed to have escaped to Russia, finding safe haven with the Kremlin, as we're learning late today of the new U.S. airstrikes inside Syria meant to keep ISIS from trying to step into any leadership vacuum. Tonight, so many questions about what happens from here, including for the U.S., which has hundreds of troops stationed inside Syria. We have team coverage tonight, starting with Raf Sanchez.
Tonight, scenes of triumph across Syria as rebel forces celebrate their stunning victory over the Assad regime. More than 50 years of dictatorship by one family ended in a 2-week lightning advance by rebel fighters. Tonight, those fighters shooting open the doors of regime prisons, freeing political prisoners, including women and children, while the marble halls of a tyrant's palace echo with the cries of ordinary people. But Syria's ousted president Bashar al-Assad evading capture, fleeing to Moscow with his family, according to Russian state media. The uprising against him began peacefully in 2011 with calls for democracy, dignity, and reform, but mutated into a pitiless civil war after Assad turned his guns on his own people. For years, that bloody strategy seemed to work, but with his Russian backers bogged down in Ukraine and allies Iran and Hezbollah weakened fighting Israel, the rebel attack revealed a brittle regime that quickly collapsed. The rebels' main leader speaking tonight from a historic mosque in the capital, promising a government for all Syrians, regardless of sect. Some minority groups, though, frightened at how the Islamist fighters will govern. They were once part of al-Qaeda and still considered a terrorist group by the U.S. But for much of Syria, hope.
Now I can understand that my children will not be raised under oppression.
Abdul Kafi Alhamdo and his family survived years of regime bombardment. This was the moment he saw his father for the first time in 2 decades, reunited after the front lines collapsed.
We're free, Syria! We're free people!
So much emotion there tonight. Raf joins us now. And Raf, what happens in Syria has a hugely significant impact on the rest of the region, including where you are in Israel.
That's right, Hallie. Israel now saying it has deployed troops inside of Syria in a bid to prevent the conflict there spilling over into Israeli-controlled territory. Hallie.
Raf Sanchez, thank you.